Hobson City uses outreach project to stop the violence. Bikers have rally for local charity. John Garlick reports from the hallowed grounds of Arlington, and a very special guest from AL Cares joins us live in studio. These stories plus weather and sports.
It's now time for the TV 24 News, presented to you by Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the TV 24 News presented by Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden. I'm Courtney Lynham.
And I'm Shasta Jones. Here's the news for June 19th, 2023.
On Freedom's Eve, or the eve of January 1, 1863, the first watch night services took place. On that night, enslaved and free African Americans gathered in churches and private homes all across the country, waiting news that the Emancipation Proclamation had taken effect. At the stroke of midnight, prayers were answered as all enslaved people in Confederate states were declared legally free. Union soldiers, many of whom were African American, marched onto plantations and across cities in the South, reading small copies of the Emancipation Proclamation, spreading the news of freedom in Confederate states. Only through the 13th Amendment did emancipation end slavery throughout the United States. But not everyone in Confederate territory would immediately be free. Even though the Emancipation Proclamation was made effective in 1863, it could not be implemented in places still under Confederate control. As a result, in the westernmost Confederate state of Texas, enslaved people would not be free until much later. Freedom finally came on June 19, 1865, when some 2,000 Union troops arrived in Galveston Bay, Texas. The Army announced that the more than 250,000 enslaved African Americans in the state were free by executive decree. This day came to be known as Juneteenth by the newly freed people in Texas. Juneteenth marks our country's second Independence Day. Although it has been long celebrated in the African American community, this monumental event remains largely unknown to most Americans.
This past Saturday in Hobson City, Alabama, Life Experiences Outreach Project put on a youth fashion show called Stop the Violence. The focus of this show was to highlight that violence is not the answer to problems kids, teens, and young adults face today. M&J Clothing helped supply some of the models with trendy fashions. Many came out, even from neighboring cities, to support this event and watch as these young kids strutted down the runway for a great cause.
We in Scoop's Event Center. To me, it's a very special place because Scoop himself, he lost his life to a teenager at 17 years old. And youth violence is something that is not anything new, and it's something that has to be addressed though. So with the Stop the Violence Youth Fashion Show, it gives us the opportunity to get the children out, give them a different experience, but also to talk to them about real life issues and give them real experiences. So we have people that actually been to prison before, who've committed violent crimes, who are victims of violent crimes. Who have been through the process of forgiveness, healing, and just restoration. So that's what this event is about.
I really just want to remind people it's really about the kids. It's all about the kids. Yeah. Our kids is our next future.
Exactly, and that's what we were really looking forward to, us coming together to actually give our children something valuable.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell me, what are you going to be doing here today?
I'm doing the daddy.
Sam being the show.
Or show.
The initiative is to stop the violence. I figure if everybody's here, there's nobody shooting or fighting or anything like that. We get to celebrate the kids.
And I'm a survivor of a violent crime. Sometimes we have to lose a lot to gain much. Because all the losses that I've been through, they've all been lessons. And I'm sure that things like that.
My family, everybody that just supported me and allowed me to be able to heal and find forgiveness and Go and journey with the Lord because He's the only one.
See, I've done a whole lot of growing. Everything you say, I'm already knowing.
What was it like modeling in the fashion show today?
Fun, and I was nervous.
And what about for you? Did you have fun?
As Bakari and his team shared, there is a great need to help young people today get through life successfully and make sure they are on a good track. If you or a young person you know need help or feel like you may be going down a wrong path in life, please reach out to Bakari and his Life Experiences Outreach Project team. They have walked through some of life's toughest challenges and come out successfully on the other side. They want to help you so that you can avoid making the same mistakes they did. They want to see you living your best life to the fullest.
There are monuments and hallowed grounds all across this great nation honoring the patriotism, heroism, and sacrifice that many men and women have paid to keep this nation free. But there's none like the Arlington National Cemetery, as John Garlick tells us.
Not far out of Washington, D.C., just across the border in Virginia, right off the blue line, is the Arlington National Cemetery. Certainly a trip to D.C. Shouldn't happen without a visit to the solemn, hallowed ground of Arlington Cemetery. Here we're on the top of the hill at Arlington House, formerly owned by the wife of Robert E. Lee and turned into a cemetery right after the Civil War began. Lots of things to see here, lots of memorials. John Kennedy and his wife and family members are buried here, as well as a bunch of other notables and certainly those who have sacrificed their life for our union. Here at Arlington Cemetery and for the Community Television Network, I'm John Garlick.
We will have more tomorrow with John from Washington, D.C. and Juneteenth celebrations.
The Mount Cheaha chapter of the Punishers, LEMC, headed up a special motorcycle ride this past Saturday to benefit the ARC of Calhoun and Cleburne counties. Many staff, clients, family, and friends of the ARC came out to join in the fun, cheering on the motorcyclists and greeting them along their ride at specific intervals. Also, other bikers pitched in to help out from many other surrounding clubs, including the Mount Cheaha Regulators, the Guardians chapter of the Hades Hounds, and a lot of other nearby Punisher clubs. Let's take a look at the event.
We are here to support the Punishers and the other riders. We appreciate their efforts. Our folks have made signs and are going to be cheering them on, and we'll be there to do water relief at water stops along the way.
Today we are supporting the ARC ride here of Calhoun and Cleburne counties. We're doing a benefit ride with some of our other local chapters in surrounding states to take up money for the ARC, for them to do some of their dances and just to take care of some of their needs.
Just out supporting the Punishers and riding around with my dad and just supporting all the bikers around.
I am here to give out water to the drivers who are driving the motorcycles here today.
We're here supporting the local ride for the ARC. It's a great cause.
This particular one, we're trying to help out with their arts and crafts, their food, if they like to travel to go to anything like the zoo or any other places like that.
I take all of our clients to places like this and pick them up and take them, make sure they get home.
fellowship, the route that we've got chosen, the good ride, the weather's beautiful. I'm excited to be able to bring us all together and help to benefit the ARC.
We are here doing a crawfish and shrimp boil. We have hamburgers and hot dogs for those that don't eat it. And we also are here to help support our brothers from a different organization, the Punishers, Mount Cheaha chapter, in their ride for the ARC of Calhoun County.
Hey, it's a great day. It's going to be a great event. A lot of people's out here right now. We appreciate everybody that's come today. Thank y'all, guys.
What's your favorite part out there riding?
The wind.
The freedom.
The ARC does great things to serve people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. They have lots of great upcoming projects and events. If you want to donate or volunteer, please contact them by visiting their website at calhouncleburnearc.org. Also, a big shout out to each of the motorcycle clubs who participated, helping make this event a success and for their willingness to always help out however they can.
What a great event.
It was a great weekend.
Did you have fun?
I did. All the motorcycle clubs are great, and the ARC, getting to hang out with some of those people, wonderful.
Absolutely. How was the weather when you were there?
It was burning hot. Thanks, Lacey. Thanks a lot.
Sorry. Well, we look forward to hearing about the weather here in a little bit. Hopefully I don't have to water my plants. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, you probably won't have to, and it's going to cool off for a few days also, so I'm excited about that.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing from it. Well, coming up, Ellen Hurst with AL Cares joins Shasta on set to talk about self-care and wellness month and several upcoming events. Stay tuned. You're watching the TV24 News presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team 1 Chevrolet. Team 1 Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team 1 Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
I am a dreamer who will make a difference in this world.
I'm flying to a future of great promise and change.
I am a mentor committed to helping my students transform their lives.
I'm a hard worker striving to build a better Alabama.
I am a go-getter with ambition and drive.
I am a Gadsden State Cardinal.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me fly.
At Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, we know how hard it is to find a dependable company you can trust. The time-consuming effort can be frustrating and overwhelming. We believe what matters is getting back to what's important to you. Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical is built upon honesty, integrity, and also trust. We are your local choice for all your HVAC plumbing and electrical needs, serving Calhoun, Jefferson, Shelby, and surrounding areas. Visit our website at callduns.com to schedule your appointment for dependable service done right.
Joining me now is Ellen Hurst, Director of AL Cares Program, about events happening locally. Welcome, Ellen.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We're so glad you're here today.
Tell
us about what goes on with AL Cares.
Okay, I work with the East Alabama Planning Commission, the Area Agency on Aging. We work 10 counties in our area. I am the director of the Alabama Cares Program, which is a program that helps and assists Alzheimer's and education or Alzheimer's education, to our public, but we also work with family caregivers. And we partnered with the Oxford Healthcare Systems with the community paramedic, and we have a community health series that we're doing every month, and every month is a different subject. This month is brain awareness and Alzheimer's awareness, and we're having an event at the Oxford Civic Center this Wednesday.
Okay.
And it starts at 1 o'clock. It's free. And every month it's a different subject. Next month it's self-help and care month. August we're doing youth month. So every month is a different subject. We're the only ones in the state that's doing it right now. So we are hoping for a big turnout. It's free. We're hoping that it'll only grow so that later on we can actually provide our professionals that are coming to it free CEUs that they can get. But it's one of the like I said, a new thing in the state that nobody else is doing. It's free education to the public. We have vendors there that are set up so that they can talk to vendors and they're giving out goodies and that kind of thing. So we're excited about it. We just hope that it just keeps growing.
And how many people have been attending roughly, and how many do you anticipate having?
Well, at the very beginning, we started this in March, so this will be our fourth one. In the beginning, we had about 15 people that came, and it's just slowly but surely grew by a few people every time. We've really advertised this for this one, and we're hoping that we're equipped to have 100 people if they want to come. We're hoping that everybody will come. We're actually Wednesday, when we do have this program, the Alzheimer's Association is going to be there, and they're going to speak about the disease, and they're also going to speak about our walk that we're having in October, the East Central Alabama Walk that we have at JSU every year to raise money, and the money actually goes and all the money that's raised goes to research in the state of Alabama, and that's another thing that they'll be talking about Wednesday is the research and the progress of research in the state of Alabama.
And now, so Wednesday, will it just be the those who are getting the education credits, or it's actual people battling with Alzheimer's and dementia that will be coming out?
Yeah, well, it's mainly our people that need the education, because right now we're not providing CEUs at all.
Okay.
Right now it's open to professionals. We want professionals to come, but if there's a big enough interest in it with professionals, then we eventually will start giving CEUs for them. But we're mainly wanting to target those caregivers that they don't, you're just sent home as a caregiver. A doctor doesn't say, here, let me give you some education on how to take care of this person who has Alzheimer's or any of the things that we talk about in our health series. That's where we come in, and we want to give you the tools and education to know what to expect, what not to expect, to help you be a better caregiver so that you're not so stressed taking care of that person, because when you don't understand something, it stresses you out.
And they can bring the person with them this
They
Wednesday?
can.
Okay.
They can. Yes, ma'am. They can.
And what is the best place for our viewers out there to locate you to see your schedule of upcoming events?
Well, they can go to our aging website. It's East Alabama Aging. I think it's .org, and they can also call us if they have any questions. You can call 1-800-AGE-LINE. Like I said, we're in 10 counties, and anywhere you are in the state of Alabama, no matter where you are, any area agency on aging, if you call 1-800-AGE-LINE, it goes directly to your area agency on aging. So they can call us at 1-800-AGE-LINE, and then they can ask, and we'll be more than glad to either email them if they give us their email address, or to keep them up to date of what's going on.
And just one more time for our viewers, the event this Wednesday takes place at Oxford Civic
Center at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, and it's free. Vendors are there to answer any questions that they might have. ADSS, my governing agency, Alabama Department of Senior Services, will be there as well. And we're there, our area agency on aging, and not only my program will be there, but all the programs with my agency will be there to answer questions and help them out.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us here today, and
Thank
for
you
our
for
viewers
having
out
me.
there, definitely come on out if this applies to you and is something you definitely need help with. And we just want to thank you again, Ellen, for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for Weather with Lacey Clontz right here on TV 24 News, presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
Hello everyone, Tony Russell, General Manager of Sonny King Ford. And boy, do we have unbelievable markdown on used cars that you do not want to miss. It's time to make the best deal on a used car. Shop our wide selection of used trucks and premium pre-owned models. Don't wait another day. Come by and see me, Tony Russell, and let's make a custom deal for you. Find great savings on pre-owned used cars at Sonny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
The weather is warming up and spring is just around the corner at Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. I'm Craig Miller, and we've got something for everyone. From bulk materials like sand, gravel, and mulch to beautiful outdoor decor to make your outdoor living space the envy of the neighborhood. See our beautiful selection of Mazzarelli fountains, flowers to brighten your garden, and an outdoor center loaded with beautiful decor. Whether you need a little or a lot, visit Miller Sand and Landscape Supply.
So y'all been talking for 6 months now?
Yes, this is my soulmate. I'm so excited.
Well, we're about to go find out.
Why are we at a cemetery?
Well, it seems like you've been drug fished. You've been talking to fentanyl this whole time. I'm so sorry.
For today's Forecast Extra, a tornado left severe damage overnight in Lowen, Mississippi, which is about 65 miles east of Jackson. There was major damage to numerous structures, and there were about 24 injuries to local residents, and unfortunately, 1 death has been reported. The tornado was one of several reported in Mississippi Sunday night into Monday morning as yet another round of severe weather pushed across the South. Now, coming up here in Oxford this week, we're going to have a chance of rain just about every day. Now tonight it's going to get down to about 65 degrees and we're going to have partly cloudy skies with a slight chance of thunderstorms. And then tomorrow it's only going to get up to about 83 degrees as well. We're going to have 70% chance of scattered thunderstorms in the morning, and the storms will become more widespread in the afternoon, and heavy and torrential downpour will have that at times too. And now coming up for the rest of the week. Now, this rain, it is going to cool off the temperatures for sure. On Wednesday and Thursday, the temperatures only getting up to in the high 70s. And then when we come over here towards the weekend, still, Friday it's only going to be in the low 80s. And then we'll get a little hotter towards the end of the week with about 86 and 88 degree temperatures. But overall, it's going to feel pretty nice this week. It's not going to be too hot. Well, I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV 24 weather report. We'll be right back.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Tyree. This past weekend we had the KJ Brick Camp. Me and Brody were able to go catch up with KJ and some of the campers right here.
Catch the ball to score, catch the ball to score, catch the ball to score. There you go. Ready, go. Good job. Ready, go. That's a hit. Go up. Go. Ready. Get that. Come on, next man. Let's go. Wrap it up. First one to the ball. Beat Johnson!
I'm here with Jonathan George from Lincoln, played running back for the Kentucky Wildcats. He is out here giving his time, work with the kids. Man, how's it feel to give back to the community?
Man, it feels great, man. It's been a while since I've been around a camp like this, but just coming out and working with these kids, man, letting them test their abilities, skills, and drills, man, it's been an awesome experience.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you.
feel great, man, because, like, growing up, like, I used to do this all the time, like, go to camps for, like, Corn Alexander and stuff like that. And now that I'm here with KJ and just showing the kids how to do everything right, it feels great.
Long way, good boy. Hey, one take. Let's get to my one. Hey, ho!
Okay, look.
I'm here with KJ Britt, Oxford alum and linebacker for the Tampa Bay Bucks. KJ, what's it mean to you to give back to your community?
It just mean everything. Just come back here, see all the kids and see all the family, and just bring the kids out. And just everybody can have a good time and just be here. I mean, it's great. It's awesome.
Well, KJ, we appreciate you giving back to your community. We appreciate what you do. You know I can take you, right?
He think he can.
Thanks. Just a heads up, I cannot take him, and I will not try to take him. Also in sports, the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame class of 2023 was named this past weekend. In that was Mike Battles, June Evans, Chris Garman, who graduated from White Plains and starred at JSU in baseball, Jason Jack, two-time state champion at Oxford and quarterback at the University of Alabama, Terry McCord, who was a star on the basketball court for the Anniston Bulldogs and the Troy Trojans, Barney Wilson, who was a three-sport star at Oxford, but biggest moment came in helping the 1973 Jacksonville State baseball team reach the World Series. I was able to catch up with Coach Jeff Smith of the Wellborn Panthers today to talk about Coach Mike Battles and Coach June Evans. All right, I'm here with head football coach at Wellborn High School, Jeff Smith. Jeff Smith has ties to both of these coaches from Walter Wellborn that were inducted into the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame, Coach June Evans and Coach Mike Battles. Coach, what does Coach Battles mean to you?
Oh, it means everything to me. You know, I came from a single-parent home, and he was a big father figure to me, and you know, one to taught me how to be a football player, taught me how to be a football coach, and most importantly, taught me how to be a man.
Yeah, and then my mom actually played on the state championship volleyball team that Coach Evans coached, and I called her earlier today, and she said that she was a great mentor, a great coach, but a better person. Would you say the same things about Coach
well,
Evans?
You know, and my wife and your mom went to school together, and you know, the impact that Miss Evans had on the female athletes that we had at Wellborn is astonishing. You know, she spent 25 years there and coached indoor track, coached volleyball, and coached softball, and was very successful in all three of them.
Awesome. So what are some things, like obviously you've had a lot of success everywhere you've been coaching. What are some things in coaching that you took from Coach Battles?
Well, I think the big thing is work ethic, not quitting, staying the course, and you know, it may be bad one day, but it'll get better the next day. And I think that's the thing that I learned a lot from is the persistence.
I think a lot of times, if you've ever been around Coach Battles, he has like the distinct voice. I mean, he sounds like a football coach. I had the opportunity to play for him in the North-South All-Star game, and it's been 15 years ago now, but just going into it, like obviously you hear his voice, you're all of a sudden you're terrified because he has that voice, and he kind of. But when I got to know him, he was one of the funnest times I ever had in football was being around him and learning from him.
Well, I mean, if you like football, you're gonna like Coach Battles because he loves it, and so when you're around him, his enthusiasm for the sport is very infectious, and so you know, again. I know this. I can still see myself sitting in the locker room at Wellborn and him walking back and forth before the games. And if I could ball it up and sell that right now, I'd be a millionaire.
Like Coach said, if you could ball up that energy that Coach Mike Battles had, you could be a millionaire. That does it for sports today. I want to thank these local guys for coming in and talking with us. I'm going to turn it back over to the ladies.
Wow, a lot going on in sports.
It was. That camp looked amazing. I drove by there the other day. It was packed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm so glad there was a great turnout. What a cool community activity.
It absolutely is. Well, we want to thank you for tuning in to the TV24 News presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden. Signing off from Oxford, Alabama. Good night, everyone.